installing these SR Performance lowering springs. So I think we got them, the rear springs, I think we gotta get it fully depressed first before we do this. All right, we're installing SR Performance lowering springs. We just jack the car up, as you can see back there, supported on the frame, not on the rear axle of the car. And then we drop this, we drop the rear sway bar, the top link. That's this, I forgot already. That's crazy. We're gonna drop it with this bolt, or this might be the shock bolt right there. So that's done. And then you obviously don't jack the rear axle up, and this should drop out enough to take the stock springs out. There it is. These are probably OEM springs. We're not gonna need that no more. This is the satisfying part of it. Boom. Now you install the new ones and make sure they sit in flush and reinstall everything. Let me go grab them right now. Okay, we got the new springs. SR Performance lowering springs. I'm trying to do this within 3 hours. I started at 7. About 7 o'clock. I just want to show this for comparison to the stock springs. Stock springs versus the new springs. That looks about right. I mean, they're a little bit shorter than the stock springs, just a bit. But the compression and everything might be a little different. Tighter coils go to the top, I believe. So, like this, and it should just sit right in there. Like this. Well, let me get this. So we got them in lined up. Wasn't too hard at all. Now we got to jack the rear axle back up, realign the shock bolts, put the shock bolt back in on each side, and put in the new sway bar, put in the sway bar links back in the same spot, tighten out on everything, and take the rear jacks out, well, the ones supporting the frame, and then see how they sit. So let's do that. Okay. Shock bolts are aligned. That's almost perfect. I can readjust that. This side's pretty good. I'm gonna put in the bolts, secure that, secure the sway bar link on top, and drop the whole car down. Let's see what it looks like. We'll do the first. Rear springs are installed. Everything's assembled. I did not know that you had to jack up the rear axle to get the sway bar place lined up. So that took a little bit longer, but we're about an hour and 15 minutes in. Let's take out these jack stands and drop the whole car and see what we're looking at. Car is lowered now. I used to be able to fit a fist in here, and now it's about 3-ish, maybe 4-ish fingers, about 3.5. So the front is not done yet, and it looks pretty leveled out. I'd have to pull it out to see, but here's how she's sitting. Not bad, not bad at all. Well, there's the side profile of it. I think my wheels fit pretty flush, the 285s. If I poked it out anymore, it could go out just a hair. But that is like flush right there. As flush as I'd probably drop it. But it looks, you can tell it's lowered now. There's no more arch, like rear, I can't even think of the word right now. But also the wheels are painted. But also the plastic dip is falling off. So we need to repaint these sometime. But yeah, just like that, it peels off. Probably get to it soon. yeah, I love the look of it in the back now. That is nice. Here's how it's sitting now. It got rid of that back that rake. They got rid of the front rake. Wow, that is like leveled out almost completely. The springs haven't settled yet. They take a while to settle, maybe like a couple days, and about 24 hours of riding or so. I'm not too sure. Don't quote me on that. But yeah, it's sitting like very noticeably low in the back, so that's pretty cool. I'm gonna do the fronts. I'm gonna do it in the part 2. Which I'm gonna do a part 2, which is all gonna be one big video, so y'all won't notice a difference. But I don't have time now. I did that in about an hour and 15 minutes, the rears. The fronts are gonna be a little more complicated because you have to compress the springs, install these on, and it's just another complication. But I like how it rides. I kind of wanted a leveled out ride, but if these settle some more and they drop a little bit lower, it's gonna be kind of, I don't know, maybe it'll still be dead leveled. We'll see. And I also want to put a front splitter on, so I don't want the front to be any lower than it has to be, so I can still get my jacks underneath there and work on the car. But so far, this is just the rear. I mean, it sits pretty nice. I got rid of that rear rake, so I don't know, guys. Should I pop the wheels out some more? Like, should I space out the wheels some more? Put some wheel spacers, maybe like some 5mm spacers. They're sitting pretty mean back there. This side, actually, let me know if I need to install a pan hard bar, guys. Because look at the way this is sitting. You can kind of see the tire poking out, standing from the side right here. And from this side right here, you can kind of see the tire poking out. It might not be as even as the other side. I don't know, I guess I'll see when I drive it. You can tell an immediate difference from the back, how much more aggressive it looks because it's sitting much lower. I can also tell that I do need probably a pan hard bar, because you can tell the rear tire on the driver's side is sitting flush, literally flush with the fender right there. You go to the passenger side and it is not flush. It's sitting just barely, and I mean barely, just a hair behind the fender flare. Now, if I didn't care too much about it, I'm kind of a perfectionist, so I am gonna fix that. But for right now, I mean, it's pretty nice. It has a nice aggressive stance to it. The front springs on the struts in there. This is gonna be lowered some, obviously. It's not gonna have the level, it's gonna have a little bit of rake, which I'll probably be fine with. We're gonna poke these tires out some. That's also gonna help my spare tire in case I get a flat and I gotta put the spare tire on, because this Brembo is like millimeters away from touching the spokes, and I think the spare is more positive offset inwards, so it would hit the brake caliper, which would not be good. So wheel spacers on the front is a must. They're gonna be much thicker than the back as well. But so far I'm pretty impressed with it. I'll pull it out later today just to get a 360 shot of it before I throw on the front springs. But yeah, guys, I mean, it's a pretty simple install. Definitely can do it at home.